You are listening to Confessions of a Counselor podcast with Janice, mental health in bite-sized chunks. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Confessions of a Counselor. I'm your host Janice, and in today's episode, I thought we would talk about a client. We'll name them Brittany. So this is a client who came into session seeking support with their relationship. So this is a client who's doing couples work individually. So they're coming into counseling for relationship help, but it's just them instead of the couple coming in together. And this is work that I do quite often. So this was a process of walking this client through support with their relationship and how to support themselves. So let's jump right in. So this client, Brittany, came into session seeking support for their relationship. It was very rocky. Their partner had told them that they weren't happy in the relationship anymore and were looking to work on it / potentially end it. And so the client came in very distraught, very upset, and very confused, kind of feeling a bit blindsided by this. So took on the work themselves to find a therapist and work on themselves. So they came in wanting support with relationship and support with self-confidence and support with how to find self-care and self-support that really worked for them. So this client did a lot of work, and I shared skills and tools and communication techniques to try and evoke a conversation between her and her partner, and a lot of that kind of fell flat, which is often the way it goes when we're doing couples work individually. So I referred this client, Brittany, and her partner to go to couples therapy. And so they did go to a couple of sessions, and then we would talk about kind of what her experience was and what she wanted to bring to sessions, and focused on finding her joy and finding what was important to her. And eventually through the process of the couples counseling, that relationship came to an end, which is common and not common, right? Sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. I don't like to predict how often that's going to happen, but that is the process that happened with this client. And so then the work shifted, right? So when the end of that relationship happened, then it was about processing and grieving and reflecting on the relationship and finding the ways in which Brittany was responsible, and finding the ways in which she could let go and not hold on to the blame and shame that was given to her. And so it was a lot of processing afterwards, and finding ways to heal and grieve this relationship that in her mind was supposed to be endgame. So there was a lot of work and a lot of finding what was important to her and what brought her joy, and focusing on her family and what was important. So it was a very interesting journey, and eventually she was able to come out of that grief where in the beginning she wasn't even able to think about her ex without feeling so sad and being overwhelmed with emotions, to near the end of our time together, was able to not really even think about that partner and move on and focus on the things that were really important to her. So it was a very interesting journey to walk along, and I really enjoyed supporting Brittany in finding herself and finding what made her powerful and strong and a wonderful human. And so that was a really interesting journey to support her in finding relationship styles that worked, and then also supporting her in that individual work of finding what was most important to her. So a really unique journey, and one that I love to explore with clients, learning those skills to be in relationship and learning how to support ourselves within that relationship as well. Okay, so I hope you learned something, and I look forward to talking next time. Till then, take care. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Confessions of a Counselor podcast is available anywhere you like to listen to your podcast, both on Apple and Android. New episodes will be released every Friday. If you enjoyed this podcast, please feel free to join the conversation. Leave a review or subscribe to the podcast hosted on the Anchor app. All these details can be found at janicelyons.com. Until next time, take care.